I am Kiki and welcome to Kiki and Her Guides. Here I like to make card readings just to help with the overall collective to find guidance in the things I believe we all have questions we want answered. So most of my readings come from things I believe we all want to know. Quickly before we get into the reading, I actually have a cold right now, so my throat is like a mess. I'm not like dying, so that's why I decided to do a reading still this week. But it's still like I will be coughing. I apologize in advance, as well as if I take a break to get some water, it's just to help with my throat. But thank you for still sitting here with me. Today we are doing what big changes are happening in your life next. I am going to start with the bottom deck collective's energy first, but if you do want to jump right into the readings, it goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But in the meantime, let's do those bottom collective's energies like I did talk about. So there's a sense that the collective is going through a reawakening right now, especially with the hands of some helpful people around them, which is interesting because there's a sense of like you may meet someone who really helps you nourish the sacred feminine within you and really gain back your power, because for quite some time some of you may have felt very lost and confused with what direction you were heading in for quite some time with this smoke and mirrors here. Smoke and mirrors always remind me of some form of deception or not seeing the truth behind like the situation, or not seeing everything and not having full clarity. But I feel like you are going to be gifted that clarity soon. Because especially with this, it talks about everything's coming together. So even though you may be feeling lost and confused about what's happening next in your life, you are heading into the right path. With the 6 of Winter here, it talks about relocation, but it also talks about just movement into a better direction. So I definitely see this sense of shifting into a better direction for the overall collective, and that is beautiful. That seems to be wonderful. Okay, but we are going to head straight into the rest of this reading. So let's start with pile number 1. I'm going to grab some water prior to actually doing pile number 1. So give me a second. Thank you. But yes. Okay, so if you chose the Aventurine, this is your collective. Okay, let's see what's happening. What big changes are happening in your life. We have this Princess of Spring, time to go after your dreams. This is a really good card to start off with. So you may have been trying to pursue a dream of yours and you want to see that something is going to go off with it soon. Oh, we have another Princess card. This is, oh, that's a good sign. Let's see. 3 of Winter. Okay, so let's start with this energy here before we get into the rest of the cards. The Princess of Summer here talks about optimism, going after what you want, something you desire, especially with the Princess of Summer coming out with it. It talks about really new emotional fulfillment, as well as just a sense of compassion there too. So I'm also really drawn to an experience part of this card too. So something that you don't have a complete amount of experience in, but you do have a passion towards, it may be at the forefront of this time here. With the 3 of Winter though, that does talk about needing to reach out for assistance. The 3 of Winter is the 3 of Swords in traditional tarot, which is normally that like card with like all the heart, with the heart being like stabbed 3 times. But with this deck, I don't really see it as that. Like if it was a different deck, it would be different. But in this deck, I actually really like how it says, reach out to others for comfort and love. You will grow stronger from the situation. Sadness that dissipates over time. What else do we have here? The Hermit, the 9 of Spring, in the Chariot. Okay, so this actually shows me that you may have tried to start something. You may have felt like people weren't encouraging you. That people really were on your side for quite some time, even though you wanted to pursue something that's really like creative towards you, something that's really inspirational towards you as well. With these two here, I feel like this is your energy of like you wanting to go after your dreams. Maybe some of you may have a goal in mind, like you would want to become like a dream of some sort. So it could be like you want to be an entrepreneur, or even you want to go after a specific job. But I feel with the 3 of Swords here that someone didn't really help you out there and they really put you down. And you may have gone into like a hermit mode of some sort and just kind of did some more internal searching and kind of figure out what you decide to want to do next. And then that 9 of Spring is another card of like it's like challenges. I always think of the 9 of Wands as like you are putting in the labor to get to the work, especially with the Chariot talks about movement forward. So I feel like after maybe feeling like things were stagnant because you've been doing this internal researching for quite some time, you're going to see that things are going to start to move forward. And I think that's the big change here for you, is this sense of moving forward. Here, let's see. Share your voice. and Council of Light. Okay, so some of you may want to do pursue something in terms of like music, or share your voice, or something where you express yourself a lot more, maybe online, or even like a musician or an artist, and you may not feel like everyone around you wants you to go down that path because it may be an unstable path, and it's really it really blocked you from going into that phase. But I feel with that hermit phase, you definitely did that like internal searching. You're like, no, like if I had to do anything, I only live once, so I'm going to do the thing like I want to do in this life. And I feel like that's what this big change is here, is shifting your energy to start moving into the energies that you want to, especially this is like environmental conservation. So I feel like there's a sense of like you're over the people you are around, and you're going to shift who you are surrounding yourself with, the people who do match your vibration and do match the things you want to do, and that's going to level you up. And especially with Council of Life, I feel like you're going to meet a lot of people who really want to support you and build you up, and not the people you've been around before who were tearing you down or didn't really support you. There's definitely this sense of like movement here, and moving forward and having things change. Oh, let's see. The Rose's Kiss. Yeah, you're definitely okay. So pretty much after this internal moment here, where you're not like having people be supporting of you, and you're starting to put yourself in that first and do all this internal work, you're actually going to get an offer. And I feel like that's what this is. Also, I'm really drawn to the fact of success that comes from dedication and self-discipline, right? So celebrating your accomplishments bring in the spotlight. So this is that Rose's Kiss here, that offer of some sort, and I feel like you're going to get that offer to help push you forward into the way you need to be, especially if you want to do something with your voice, like you want to be a singer, or even if you want to be an artist, or if you want to do something where you communicate a lot with people, to be like a talk show host, or even like bedside manner for some reason is coming up. I'm thinking of bedside manner. So maybe something with bedside manner may be important here. You may want to do something with helping other people out, and it may not be the best route because of something your people around you, your family, friends, may think in that regards to that could be a negative light. Let's see. Sorry, I'm sick. If you didn't catch the intro, I'm fortunately, like, I have a cold. I caught my cold recently, and I'm working through it. I will be taking breaks to have water, and unfortunately blow my nose. But I did want to get you guys a reading this week, so I am going to continue. Okay, let's get back into it. Feed your artist! Oh my god, not another card about being an artist. So yeah, some of you may be wanting to be an artist, and you're going to see that starting to grow, especially with that Chariot being about success, and the Rose's Kiss talks about offers. So keep doing what you're doing, be dedicated, keep putting in the work to doing this, and you're going to see if things are going to come into balance, and you're going to see that things are going to start to pay off. We have Reconsider. This is your relationships. So you're going to actually make these people around you reconsider their, like, your dream too. I feel like this reconsider works hand in hand with this, since your relationships and the balance. So I feel like as you start to move towards things and you decide like, I'm just going to do this. For some of you, you may have gone into hermit mode to work on your craft, right? So instead of like constantly, let's say you were trying to post online before, but you didn't receive the feedback you wanted to, you may have done an internalized and just worked really hard on yourself, and the hermit is about that, like doing that work on yourself. It can also talk about isolation, but I don't really feel like isolation in terms of like you separating yourself from others, but I feel like it's a sense of like you working on yourself and doing that soul searching, and you are feeding your artist at the same time, and through doing the work, being dedicated, deciding to put in that day-to-day effort, you're going to see that it is going to work out for you, but you have to do the work. And I feel like you are going to be doing that, or you have been doing that, and you're going to see that you're going to get an offer soon. Or even if you haven't, I would start doing that work, so when this offer comes in, you are ready. Okay? I think that is all I have. I'm sorry, my readings are going to be super short today because I'm not really feeling great. But that's all I have for you, pile number 1. Seems like things are really going to come into balance for you as you work on this. I would keep going and really hard and working on this endeavor for yourself. You are going to receive this offer that's going to help propel you towards this success, but you have to like be dedicated, keep putting in the work day to day. It doesn't have to be music. I feel like music or being an artist of some sort could be literally like actually doing art for some of you or whatever. You are going to see that it's going to come with rewards later down the line, but as long as you keep doing the things day to day, and it is coming towards you sooner than you would think. I Actually, let me pull from my personal deck. And let me, get a little bit added information here. So ancestors, angels, and my guides, added information here for pile number 1. Anything else? Added information for pile number 1. So we have November, May as months, and March. These might be important months towards you, or you may see lots more movements in towards success in November and then May and March, right? You have union amongst partners is reached when there is romance, shared values. So some of you may enter into a romantic partner, but I feel like this is more so has to do with you entering into some form of harmony for yourself in terms of this expansion. You do have Gemini with communication. That's going to lead you to this new beginning here. Another card about building strong relationships. So you may meet, like I said, I feel like this offers you meeting the right people to bring you to where you need to be, whether that be a romantic partner or just friends you meet along your path, and they're going to help propel you to the place you need to be to feed yourself in terms of being an artist of sorts, and really tap into that creative side of yourself to push you to where you need to be. And you're going to enter into this beautiful phase of your life where you do see things start to move forward and move on and move in a really positive light. Okay, I think that's all I have for you, pile number 1. Thank you for sitting through this reading with me. I'm so sorry it's not a long reading. I will try better next week, but this is all you got. Yeah, totally comment, subscribe, tell me what's going on in terms of your life right now. I would definitely be up for reading about it and seeing what's going on. Follow me on Instagram, TikTok, or Twitter. I will leave all my links in my description box, as well as thank you for sitting through this reading with me today, and I hope you all are having a wonderful day afterwards. But we are going to move on. Okay. Whew. Okay, pile number 2. I'm going to get a little bit of water. If you missed my intro, I'm actually not feeling well right now. But I will be doing my best. It'll be a shorter reader than normal. So please stick with it. So if I do cough or need to take a bit some water, it's just because of my throat. But thank you for coming in and tuning in on my Mondays. But let's get right into it. Okay, so if you chose this guy, let's see what's going on in this collective. We have the dreamer. This is a good. So this is a sense of you're entering into this new phase, this new journey. Maybe embarking on a really new path. Oh, I love that you have this high priestess too. Some of you may have decided to be more intuitive. You may have decided to embark on a new path or maybe a new religion of some sort, or reconnect with something that you've been connected towards intuitively. Oh my, lots of major cards. Let's just see what else is going on here. Okay. So let's start with the stuff going on top, obviously, because that seems to be the kicker here. So with these 3 major cards, there's definitely this major, transformation happening within you. The dreamer is all that new beginning, that new journey. The high priestess just makes me believe in, just trusting your intuition. There's also a sense of reflection before you take your actions, as well as, insights coming through, just, being very balanced within yourself. There's also a sense of knowledge when it comes to the high priestess, because she is very knowledgeable in the major arcana. And then with this release card, which is that death card, which is about letting go of the past and moving forward and moving on. Oh, I'm sorry. Which brings into these new opportunities. So some of you may have decided to let go of someone in your path so you can pursue a new purpose, or even let go of something or some bad behavior or negative behaviors. With this guy is here, this talks about getting the King of Winter is a very prominent card. I think of him as a very intellectual card, very kind of cold, but very smart at the end of the day. So you may end up either becoming very unemotional or trying to seek help from somebody, because this also talks about getting advice from someone who is of a higher position. So some of you may start to communicate with someone who is of a higher position to help you move forward in your path, to really start to catalyst this form of change. And especially since we have this 3 of Summer beside it, which just talks about having good news and celebrating. Also talk about friendships and having announcements. So I feel like this is all really good energy. We also have a bright future manifested through hard work and creativity here with the 2 of Spring. So honestly, I definitely see this sense of in terms of what's changing in your life is you letting go of something to start to pursue better things for yourself. Some of you may be working on mental health for some reason, and some of you may end up talking to a therapist. I'm not a licensed therapist. I didn't go to school for that. So if you are, good for you, because it's actually going to help you improve the things around you. You're going to receive a lot of good news. Or even some of you may have, for some reason I'm thinking like some of you may have talked to a financial advisor recently, and you're going to receive good news in regards to that, and you're going to see you're starting to make the path, like the stepping stones into the next phase of your life for some of you. But there's definitely, I think you're getting some form of advice to move on into the next form of your life, and it's going to be really good news, and it's actually going to help propel you into this better state of mind. Something in your life needs to change. Let's see. Break the chain. So these two, yeah, definitely same energy here to align your life, what is not aligned. And I feel like this is the stuff you released because you're trying to break patterns, break traditions. Some of you, it can definitely be a relationship you decide to let go of where you felt like you were in a repeating pattern with this person, and you're breaking that chain now, and things are really just going to start leveling up for you. For others, it could be just, like I said, maybe ancestral, where you were maybe in a repeating cycle of what happened like generational trauma wise. You're seeing yourself breaking that chain now, and you're going to level up and become into this next phase to your life. A burst of magic, seeing beyond, override your intuition. Another card about intuition, accepting and receiving. I feel like a lot of you have been trying to manifest recently, and you may have started a new side hustle, which could talk about this stuff too, that and the reason you need a financial advisor is so they can help you as you decide to do more stuff with the side hustle. Some of you may have started investing in crypto, but it's you talking with other people, so it could definitely be like you decide to communicate with someone who knows more about like something online and take in terms of investments, or even someone who's more knowledgeable, and then you just end up and really celebrating your life because this is a new side hustle for you, and as you're like creating all of this stuff. Lots about intuition here too, so it's like you've been pulled in this direction for so long. You may have really felt uncomfortable in the things you were before, like where you were. And now as you start to actually come more in alignment with what your intuition and this sense of manifesting here too. These cards all are like purple too, which remind me of like the third eye chakra, which is like all about intuition and like your spirit. Oh, even this card's about intuition, right? So a lot about like you are manifesting for your future now, and you're deciding to do the things to put in the work because you understand like, okay, if I want to actually change my situation, I have to do the extra work now so that I'm able to do less later. And that's really what this spark of the side hustle is about. You may start a side hustle of some sort with this person who helps bring you along. This feels like an advisor of some sort, and this person's really going to help you, propel you into this new path. Okay, I'm going to get a little bit of water. My throat is killing me. Oh, I promise I'll be better for my next video. I'll try my best. Okay, so we have choosing a new direction. So yeah, you're definitely choosing a new direction because you know something's better. And I feel like you've been trapped in like whatever you were doing before, and you didn't like that. It's like you had to accept it the way you were. You're like, no, I'm not accepting this anymore. Now I'm going to accept receiving the gifts from the universe because I'm going to get in more alignment with that. You're rising your vibration to push yourself into this better place now because you're gonna make this. If you haven't decided to, definitely start that side hustle. Reach out to the person you've been trying to get into mind. Some of you may like, even it could be like starting your own business, and you're like, oh my god, I don't know what to do, or you want to ask for someone for help or advice of how to start. Do that because it's actually the right direction for you to go in, because there's so much better out there for you than what you're stuck in right now. And it's all gonna just start to move forward and move on. So okay. I am so sorry. Honestly, like I didn't expect to get sick. Like I literally woke up this morning and I was like, oh my god, this is the day to film my readings. No, we can't be like this. But that's not how we worked out. So we're just gonna keep going with it because this is my side hustle. So let's get into it. Ancestors, angels, my guides, additional information for what's happening in pile number 2. Oh my god. Okay, anything else? Oh, no more time around. Lots of months. So beauty is creative art. Sensuality is harmony amongst nature on the bottom. And on the other side, we have paranoia may lead to isolation, withdrawal, and may lead to loneliness. So some of you, for some reason, like, you know, okay, I know I've been in situations where, like, I don't feel comfortable where I am anymore, so I socially withdraw or from people. Like, I'm not sure if anyone else does that, but that's what I feel like this is about. Like, you may be, like, because you're so uncomfortable where you are, this could be a job, it could be, like, the people you're around, you're starting to distance yourself from them, and you're like, I don't really know because I don't feel comfortable in this place anymore. And then on the other side, with, like, beauty is creative art, you may be doing something very creative as a passion of some sort, and that's what you're trying to pursue. We have lack of direction makes one feel powerless and angry. And I feel like that's where you are right now. And I feel like through reaching out to people who want to help you on your path, you're going to stop. Within the next few weeks, you should expect that person to come back. Something about September is important here. September, June, what's the next month? And July are important months here. And April. So something about these 4 months may be important to you. They can be birthdays or even when things start to really pick up or move forward for you. Definitely the summertime is going to be like a big thing for you. Be grateful, reflect on how far you've come. You're going to be really grateful for how far you've come to after you start to do the work to get out to where you need to. We have October too. Some of you may be traveling with the 9th house as well. So one of the things you maybe want to do is maybe to go traveling and start being like a remote person. So you might be doing that. And that's what this recklessness is about. Like you may be feeling like if you do this is like super reckless. Like this lack of direction and all this, it's you like being worried that making these like risks and doing these jumps is actually very reckless and you don't want to stumble. But I feel like you're not going to stumble. You're going to get to where you need to be and things are going to work out for you because you are the magic. You are meant to accept and receive things that are meant to come towards you because as long as you are in a positive alignment with yourself, what I feel like you are starting to be, you're going to see that things are going to come to you a lot easier. Okay? I think that's all I have for you today, pile number 2. I hope this reading did help you out. I'm sorry if it's a shorter reading than normal. Like I said, unfortunately, I'm not feeling well. But next week, you will see a probably better, longer video from me. But we are going to move on. Please like, comment, subscribe. Totally tell me what's happening in your life. I would love to read about it. And you can follow me on any of my other forms of social media. That being TikTok, Instagram, Twitter would all be in my description box. And yeah, I'll catch you next Monday. Okay. Let's move on. Pile number 3. I'm going to get a little sip of water before I fully get into this. Like I've been repeating this a lot. I'm unfortunately sick. But it's okay. I don't know what the name of this crystal is. If you guys do know what the name of this crystal is, drop it in the comments. I went mining, gemstone mining. And this is like one of the crystals I got. I actually do not know what it is. Unfortunately, I don't think it's a citrine. But I don't know. I really don't know. Okay. So I'm gonna blow my nose. I'm sorry. I really didn't expect to get sick. Make my life hard. Okay. Let's get right into this. I'm gonna have to wash all these cards. Sanitize them. Okay, Okay. Let's start with these there's only 4 cards. Okay. So let's see what this is about. So justice is all about decisions at the end of the day. Whenever I see justice in a deck, is offensive of making a decision or coming to a crossroad in where you have to make a decision depending on like the situation. This one's take the time to review the details carefully. You will win in the end. Fair and objective decisions. Okay. Let me see. So the interesting thing here in terms of like what is a big change for you, you may really be getting like, no, the 4th summer talks about distractions too, not seeing things truly and carefully. Well, this Prince of Summer is all about seeing things for intellectual's way and believing in yourself. So I feel like for some of you, you may be looking at a situation in a completely wrong light. With this 4th summer here, and which just talks about a sense of being distracted, not seeing things for the truth here, and then here talks about reviewing details clearly, right? Which you seem to be like maybe ignoring some things. Needing to be more analytical. Okay, let's see what the rest of the cards are really quick. Let's see. Yes, there's a yes here too. So, you know what? I didn't have to do this with the other piles, but I should where's my deck? I have a tarot deck somewhere around here. Okay, let's grab a deck. So, we're going to grab some clarifiers for this guy. Let's grab some clarifiers. What's the justice about? So, this is the Fountain Tarot deck. I really enjoy this deck, to be honest. Okay. Ancestors, angels, my guides, please clarify the justice card here. Justice again! And the King of Cups. Oh my god. Let's see. Anything else to clarify the Justice card here? Okay. We have the Hermit in reverse. The Seven of Swords. So definitely something is not as clear as it seems to be for you. This may have to do with maybe some contracts or even some people around you. The Seven of Swords here talks about deception, especially when it's paired with this Three of Coins in reverse. Gives me a little bit of a bad feeling. So that's why you're being asked to review your situation right now very carefully, because there's someone around you that may not have the best intentions. This may be a water sign of some sort who is maybe in a higher position than you. The Hermit in reverse does talk about isolation too. So, and the Ten of Swords, overcoming fear and anxiety. So I feel like this may be a career. If you're like deciding whether or not you want to enter into like a new contract with somebody, or even if like you are going to be presented maybe with a new opportunity to make a really big decision with this Justice card, I think, like I said, I always think of like contracts, having things be really in alignment. I also like think of like actual justice, right? So it could be like a lawyer, like something to do with lawyers, or even just like really firm decisions. Let's see. What does the book say? I never really often have to get the book. Fairness. Level-headedness, responsibility for choices. Yeah, it's still about choices. Review your choices carefully. I feel like that's your main message here. Review your choices carefully, because somebody around you doesn't have the best intentions. It may be this water sign of some sort for some of you. I feel like you may already know this person who doesn't have it out, who may have it out for you. I'm so sorry. I'm gonna keep saying sorry. Unfortunately, I'm Canadian, and what I've learned about Canadians, we always say sorry, even if it's like something out of our control. So I will. So let's see what this Four of Summer is about. More details on this Four of Summer here, Spirit. What's happening with the Four of Summer? The Three of Wands in reverse. You're definitely not seeing the Six of Coins. Yeah, there's something up here. I would definitely not be totally like trusting of everybody around you right now. Whether some of you may be like a romantic partner that you're maybe deciding to like get divorced from. For some of you, it could be just like you deciding to deal with some contracts in terms of entering into a company, or even like getting out of a company, or even you're maybe deciding to really make big decisions. You're like maybe trying to sign maybe even a lease for some of you. This the Three of Wands also reminds me of like some form of collaboration as well. Let's see. Let's get the book again. I think it's because I'm sick that I'm not really. Okay. So, but like I said, I really I think you need to be a little cautious right now, because of like the people around you. Someone is definitely like. The thing is, it's not a good. The Three of Wands in the. You may even feel like you're not even being seen for your accomplishments too, right? So like you maybe really feel that like people aren't rewarding you for your hard work. The Six of Coins does talk about achievements, and then this Three of Wands in this deck specifically talks about work unrewarded, disappointments, having high expectations that fall short. And even with this Three of Swords, it talks about having like hurt. So I feel like some of you are really hurt over like a decision that's been made. That's going to be made, and it's really going to change your perception of like how the things you're dealing with right now. And it may have to do with like work and or even like your confidence in yourself. I feel heavily like work, or even like, yeah, this feels like a work thing. If this doesn't resonate for you, definitely choose another pile. But I feel like for you, this is like you may have really like felt disappointed with how you were treated in your work field, and now you're deciding to like not deal with them. Seek out intellectual problems. Okay, what about this Prince of Winter here, Spirit? What's the clarifiers? Okay, so we have the Ace of Cups on the bottom, new emotional fulfillment. We have this Page of Cups again. No, not again. Nine of Winter. 7. Yeah, I feel like, right, you may feel like because of how this situation's going, you're like repeating cycles, and you may feel like you will overcome an obstacle to be faced with another one, and it just really makes you feel like no one really appreciates you, and that's what the situation you're in. Like, where you are right now, you may not feel appreciated, and it's really like affecting you because you know you're worth more. So let's see what this Queen of Spring is about. Okay. This Two of Cups, this harmony. Anything else? Anything else? Okay, so there's two ways this could go. Either if this is resonates at this work, you are like, you may be deciding to do something else, mainly because this is not working out for you, and you've been working up towards maybe like leaving this job, or even like leaving this situation, whether that could be whatever it is, whether it be like you leaving people behind or an actual work. I feel like for most of you it's going to be work. For the few of you, like if let's say you are having arguments with a partner of some sort, because this can also talk about, for some reason, some of you may be getting divorced, and that's mainly because of this disharmony in the relationship already, but that's only for a few of you. I want to see it for all of you, and like it's because of like just what's been happening in your life, right? And you're going to move forward from it. I feel like you are going to start to create your own life again. You're still going to move up and move forward. So you are going to make it out of this. Let's see what else we got going on here. Into me, I see. Because you're going to be putting yourself first. You have like 8s here. You might be seeing a lot of 8s as well. Choosing who you're becoming. Oh. Yeah. So a lot of you, definitely the sense of like rebirthing in yourself. You're definitely putting yourself first again because of like feeling like you were neglecting yourself in the past, and that's why you're going through this awakening. You're starting to choose who you are becoming, and you're going to do it one step at a time, and you're going to start to follow through for that. Right now, things may feel messy too as you start to go through this transformation, whether it be like you leaving a job or even you leaving a partner of some sort. Like, you are going to really feel really welcomed by your family or people who support you to help lift you up into the place you're going to go to next, because you're going to start making these decisions for you. Remain positive throughout this, because it may be hard with this evolution. The edge of evolution feels messy. With the well-being here, card being here too, I feel like you need to be constant, like, self-care be very important for you here during this time. Hydrate too reminds you of self-care. In this 2 + 1 equals 3, 3 × 3, 2 × 2, you may be seeing a lot of as well. 888, but still there's a sense of like your well-being is going to be put at the forefront. Stay hydrated, as well as like put yourself first, especially with the Into Me I See too. There's a sense of really putting yourself at the forefront. Oh my god, let me get some water. I'm so sorry. What? I don't mean to be like this. Okay? Okay. But yeah, so this is what like this big change is you putting yourself first, maybe after feeling neglected for quite some time. And whether that be in work or in a romantic relationship or whatever, putting yourself first, putting your well-being on the forefront, doing the things that put yourself to be positive, and people are going to support you into putting yourself first. And like, it's going to be super good for you, but it's going to take some time to really get there, because it's going to feel messy at first. It's going to be hard to kind of overcome this obstacle in particular for you. I'm going to pull for my other deck. I feel like well-being is the main aspect here. Let's see, ancestors, angels, and my guides, additional messages for this pile about what big changes are happening in their life. What big changes are happening in their life? You have a no come out too. It's so interesting. Okay, anything else? Oh! Anything else? Okay, so we have endings or transitions into new beginnings. Letting go may lead to sudden upheaval. So it's gonna, I think, unexpected change, revelations can cause disruptions. So like this choice too could be really unexpected too, right? With this unexpected stuff and this loss and confusion, it will happen over the next few weeks too, where this change happens. But I feel like this ending is actually going to transform you into moving up. You're going to end up like re-embracing your power, really, with the Magician. I feel like you're definitely going to start using your resources, your knowledge, the things you know about yourself in life. February may be important for you. After this, you're probably going to take a break just to like do some reflection on yourself. You have a no here. The self. Another card about rest. So yeah, you're definitely going to need to take some rest and just try to take things really slowly as you get out of this, because it's going to be really hard at first for you to enter in this transformational energy. But as you maneuver out of it, just remember it takes it one step at a time, and it's all going to happen in the times it may. But allow for things to really cultivate in the times that they do, and I feel like you are going to get through it. But it'll be hard at first because it's going to be a really major change for you, especially if, first, the few of you that it is a romantic relationship that you're letting go of, there is a sense that you guys have known each other for probably a while, and it's going to be a hard blow at the first time. Some of you may even have kids with that person, and having to move on and move forward will be really hard for you. You don't have to jump into anything else right away, and just allow for you to take it one step at a time. And for those who it is a career you're moving out of, honestly, better is probably out there for you, but take it one step at a time. You don't have to feel like you're in a rush to get to where you need to as well. All right? I think that's all I have for you, pile number 3. Thank you for sitting through this reading with me. Please like, comment, subscribe. I'm so sorry for all the coughing and the slight pauses, and I promise I'll be here at a longer reading next week when I feel better. But thank you for sitting through here. Please like, comment, subscribe. Tell me what's going on in your life too. I would totally be excited to read about it. And yeah, thank you for sitting through this reading with me. Like, comment, subscribe. Follow me on Instagram, TikTok, and Twitter, and you can get more updates from me. But that's all I have for you. Thank you. We are going to move on to pile number 4. Hi, pile number 4. Hi, if you haven't catch the intro or whatever, I am sick today. Okay? I'm not feeling well, unfortunately. So if I stop to get something to hydrate myself, that'd be wonderful. For me, it's just helpful with my throat. This is going to be a shorter read than normal, but it's going to be okay. I would try to get as much detail as I still can. But let's move right into this reading and see what big changes are happening for you. Okay? We have the Sun, which is good. Awakening. The 9 of Winter. Life. Let's go with this. Lots of major arcana today, in my opinion. Okay, so I feel like some plans are going to work out for you, but in an unexpected way. And it'll be happening in a way that you didn't really expect. Because of this, you're going to see that your life is going to completely transform, and you're going to... Oh, this is a lot. Okay, so the thing is, there's a lot going on here, and I'm not going to completely just say, like, this is going to be a great reading, right? This starts out strong with the Sun, and the Sun's a really good card. It talks about positivity, talks about light, talks about things really working out. So a plan of yours may work out at first. The Awakening card is the Hanged Man, which talks about having to see things from different perspectives. It also talks about pausing in your action. So even though things are starting to really work out in terms of the plans you're starting to make, I don't really see progress right away. And because of that, like, you may have expected things to pop off really quickly with in regards to something, but since it doesn't, and this talks about stagnation and pause, you may be thinking like you failed, or having these really bad thoughts of like putting yourself down, disencouraging yourself from moving forward what you need. And then like this card here talks about letting go, right? Letting go of belief systems that no longer serve you. This card here talks about feeling trapped and placing too much on something. So there's definitely a sense of like, you're putting yourself down right now because you expected more, right? You expected things to be in a lot different of a place than you thought they were going to be, and you're feeling like during this this phase here, like things are paused and there's a sense of delay. Let's see what's going on here. The Initiation. But you need to trust yourself. You definitely need to trust yourself. You are heading on the right path, but I feel like you're crossing the threshold still. There's still progress that needs to be made for you to end up in the place you need to be. You have to trust that you're on the right path and let go of any limiting beliefs that you have for yourself so you enter into the phase you need to. How can you mother yourself? Broken open, call the muse, successful transformation. Stop and ground. External validation. Okay, so some of you may be feeling really vulnerable right now because you're trying to do what you're being called to do, but you're not really seeing those results, but you're going to have a success in that transformation. You just need to relax and take it a lot more slowly, especially with the stop, drop, and ground, which is about really recentering yourself and allowing yourself to feel a lot more in alignment as you move down your path. So I think you need to just give it a moment and just keep working at what you're doing, because you're doing what you're being called to do. You just have to trust yourself a lot more. And you may receive external validation soon, which will really lift you up in terms of what's going on next. I'm sorry, I'm sick. Abundance, because you are heading towards abundance. And it's going to be a hidden blessing. Like, this, like, rest period is actually meant for you to, like, just give yourself a break before you actually enter into the big stuff, right? Oh. Oh, I'm sorry. But yeah, so you are definitely heading towards abundance. You need to trust yourself more. And it's all going to come in time. I feel like you may be really trying to rush things right now to get to where you need to be, but you just need to be open and more about how you're feeling, maybe a little more vulnerable. You have to trust that you're on the right path. You're just going through that first bridge right now. But sometimes it just feels like it's a lot longer, but you're really close. You're going to get there. You just need to focus on how can you motivate yourself, really. When I think of this card, it's more so like, how can you motivate? How can you put in the self-care? How can you put in that time to nurture yourself at the end of the day? And I feel like you are in that period. And I do see that abundance is heading towards you, and it's going to come as a hidden blessing in the end. And as well as this time that's taking is going to be a blessing in the end as well, because you're going to see that all the work you do is going to be really good for you. Let's see. Anything else here, Spirit? Anything else? Okay. So unexpected change can cause loss and confusion. The new moon has entered a cycle. Make a good plan. I'm gonna get a little bit of water. I'm sorry. Give me a second. Oh, I have a headache. I'm gonna have to take some medication after it. Oh, I'm cold. It's okay. Okay. So embrace nurture, your nurture nature, which is that mothering energy again. Just nurture yourself. Disharmony is a lack of balance within this connection. In the next few days, your public reputation's on the line. So if you've been trying to do something online, I would expect over the next few days to focus on it, because in the next few months, you're going to see that you got to be cautious about your actions. Okay, so you are going to probably have a luck in the next few months, but over the next few days, you may be feeling very tired by spreading yourself too thin, trying to do too many things at once. You're definitely, if you were trying to do something in the public eye and you thought you would be like an influencer by now, right? And you've been putting the work, honestly, it's not easy. And I feel like for you, it's definitely still going to it's going to be a road for you to get down. And it's going to come with just how the fact that luck is on your side and upheaval and changes on your path. It's a decisive moment. It shows that you are heading into this decisive moment of change and shifting, and things are really entering into a positive light for you. But I feel like it's going to come later. Like, over the next few days, you may be feeling that, like, dumpness of, like, not seeing things clearly. This disharmony is definitely going to be present over your next few days, because you're just not feeling maybe the best of yourself. But over the next few months, you're going to see things start to really shift and change. And you're going to be overworking even for some of you, right? When you're starting to see, like, you maybe pop off and you realize, oh my god, and instead of doing things 3 times a day, now I'm doing like 10. Oh my god, I'm so busy, right? So there's a sense of, like, you're definitely going to be in a very different spot in the next few months than you are now, okay? I think that's all I have for you, pile number 4. Thank you for sitting through this reading with me. I am so sorry it's not a longer reading. I will do better next week. But please like, comment, subscribe. Totally tell me what's going on in your life too. I would totally love to read about it. And yeah, follow me on any of my other social media platforms, that being Instagram, TikTok, Twitter. I'll be in my description box. But thank you for sitting through this reading with me. And I'm so sorry, I was sick this week. And I hope I get better before next week. But thank you for sitting here with me, okay? We're going to move on to pile number 5. Okay. Okay, pile number 5. If you didn't catch my intro, I unfortunately am sick, and I will be trying to do better next week. I'm sorry. Okay, I will definitely try to do better next week. But we are going to move on and see kind of what's going on in your life. What big changes are you to expect? We have the 6 of Autumn. The good you do comes back to you. An unexpected flow of money. That's good. The 10 of Winter. The resolution of difficulties. Some of you may have an unexpected form of like finance come in for you. Whether that be like a new job that pays more, or even like somebody may win the lottery. Maybe not the whole jackpot, but just enough to like that you don't have to worry a little bit. Or even like maybe an inheritance for some of you may be coming in, but some form of finance is coming into your life that's going to help move you up. Yeah, you're definitely going to enter in this really stable period, and like you're going to be letting go of like your past difficulties, the things that were holding you back into entering this new stage. Okay, there's a better choice. Vibration is rising. Yeah, you're definitely leaving people behind. The 7 of Winter, though, is interesting energy because it talks about really there being a better choice. It also, I think of it as a thief card. So you may need to watch out from some people around you because they may not have the best intentions in mind as you get this like major upgrade in finances, because you're rising your vibration. You're starting to like enter into things better, and you're gonna maybe receive some form of abundance, and maybe not. You're starting to like enter this really like positive energy here, but someone may not have your best in mind, and you're like definitely gonna block this person from your life. You're gonna be really like quickly in and out. I feel like the Grand Symphony, yeah, definitely some form of good luck, but abundance, yeah, lots of abundance. You're definitely heading into some form of abundance for you. This is really super great. I would think of it as like maybe some extra finances that just pop in your lap, a new job even that pays more, or even like some of you may win like a scratch ticket or something, and you get like a couple $100. Some of you may even win on a jackpot at the lottery, at the casino. For some of you, if you have that at age. Raw intention. What else is happening? Soul on fire. Yeah, you're gonna really enter this period of bliss, and you're gonna see that like things are really gonna start to work for you. You're gonna see that things are coming into alignment. You may be seeing 444, 222 a lot, or 1010. Maybe something you've been seeing a lot as well. But still, there's a sense of transformation, moving forward in the right direction for yourself, because you are ready for this abundance, and it's because you've been doing the work in yourself to really get to the place you need to be, and you're going to receive this like abundance. I feel like for most of you, it's this like job. It could be a promotion at your current job, or even a new job that just pays more. For the few of you that is literally like luck, congratulations, good for you. Tell me what you win, all right? But still, like, you are going to enter this period of bliss. You're going to see yourself starting to connect more with, like, what you desire and your passions. And the thing is, like, for a lot of you that it is, like, a career of some sort, like, you've been preparing for this. Like, you know, like, you may have, like, been working at this company and this opportunity just came up and you applied and you're like, I'm ready for this. I've been doing the work. Like, it's, like, a sense of, like, you've been preparing for this for a lot of you, right? So I would definitely see good things coming. If you are trying to, like, up your position at work, congratulations, you're going to get that soon. Sorry. Sorry, I'm like sick. I keep saying that. I feel bad. It's just because I don't feel well. But it's okay. So let's get right back into this. Yeah, like you're definitely receiving some form of abundance, and it's because you've been working towards it. With the Grand Symphony, too, that talks, I feel like sacral energy as well as, the heart chakra, so there's a sense of you coming into alignment. This is also a vibration card too, which is also this card too, right? So there's a sense of you've been rising your vibration, and the things that you've been trying to work towards are finally going to come into alignment for you, right? So like, even if it's not like an actual form of, let's say like a money or abundance, it's like you've been working towards this for quite some time. And now, actually, no, it is abundance. Not even like whatever. You are heading into abundance, right? Like it's not even, there's no way to like get out of that. Like you are ready because you've been doing it. You've been doing the work to get there. You have abundance here. This talks about like abundance. This is a good sign too. You're letting go of things. Like you're definitely heading into this period of it feeling like a lot more in alignment with the things you're doing. So let's see, any additional information here, Spirit, about what's going on. Maybe more about what type of abundance it is. Let's see, ancestors, angels, and my guides. Additional information here about what's going on in this collective. Anything else? One more time around. Anything else? Okay. So we have being too controlling can be an abuse of power. Lack of discipline can be chaotic on one side. Hypocrisy comes from lack of knowledge. Challenge tradition to find meaning. For some of you, you may have been working on like doing things outside of the box recently as well. And people may have been like not really being on your side for it too, but you're going to see that's going to work out. You're definitely ending something probably in August. Something goals, going after I think you're going to achieve a goal of some sort. You're over the next few weeks, I would expect to achieve a goal. Celebrate your achievements. Yeah, you're definitely having an achievement of some sort. Of November, tranquility is found through harmonious relationships. Patience is seen as a form of peace. Massive change. Let go of any attachment that's no longer serving you. Let me get some water, and then we'll get right into this. Okay, so like this let go and endings, I feel like it's you letting go of things in your past, right? And because you're getting in these new abundance and these new beginnings, it's like some of you maybe even running away from something in your past too, and you're to see that you're actually going to start putting your goals first and being a lot more aggressive in terms of what you're doing there, right? And like you're going to have an achievement of some sort that's going to be worth celebrating a lot. Like, you're definitely like coming into this really positive energy. I really see like an abundance heading your way, and I'm actually really proud of this for you, because some of the other piles that were like not like this too. So like we're like the only one that had like abundance, like all over like your reading. So I would definitely expect like really good things to happen into your life soon. And this big change, like even this massive change, is probably this form of success that's really going to propel you forward into this next thing for yourself. And it's really just going to bring you to this form of celebration for yourself, and it's really just going to help you find yourself and help you bring yourself into more of alignment, right? Okay, I'm gonna end the reading here. Thank you for sitting through this reading with me. I'm sorry it's not a longer reading like normal. I will try better next week. I'm just, like I said, unfortunately I'm sick and I can't really be talking for hours on end. But I thank you for sitting through this reading with me. Totally tell me what happens, and I'm so happy for you. Thank you. Catch me next Monday at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And yeah, follow me on any of my other forms of social media, on Instagram, TikTok, or even Twitter. I will link everything in the description. But thank you for sitting through this reading with me. That is all I have for you today. Thank you.